What's up, everybody? Welcome to Mongols. I am Mike Sparks. Joining me is Steve Mattias, Drew, aka Mondo, Justin Ashcraft. The Hounds just won the USL Championship. Let's go! So crazy, guys. So many emotions. Had to bring back the let's go. Steve, what's going on, man?
Like, what can you say? Like, it's so surreal. Like, I mean, 3 months ago, we were questioning, is this team going to the playoffs? Why are we talking tonight? How are we talking about this? Like, amazing. I am so happy.
Justin, you sent me a video not, 4 hours ago, just looking completely stunned. How are you feeling now?
I don't know that I'm feeling any better than that right now. Man, for so many years, I've watched this team and had no hope of them winning a championship, and it happened. And I don't even know what to do with that.
It happened. Drew, it looked like you guys had a nice little shindig at your house. How did that all go down?
I would like to thank the spirit of Goku for coming down for my DBZ my DBZ pants.
He did have his DBZ pants on.
The theme was pajama party because we're warm and they're freezing at Highmark Stadium. And we had brunch and yeah, no, I mean, that's pretty much. Oh, hold on. I have to do this in lieu of Josh.
Yeah. So victory beverages.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, mine was so weak. Sorry. I don't.
You and your juice. Get out of here.
It's not even
juice,
carbonated. It's pineapple juice that I'm pouring into Icelandic vodka. So if you thought I was crazy before,
Icelandic vodka.
It's going to get even crazier right now. Cheers, everyone. Cheers to the guys. This is nuts. We are live. The game did end maybe 4 hours ago. It would have been even earlier, but I had a scout thing because of course I did. Why wouldn't I? Craziness.
The scouts should go on hold for USL.
They really, really should.
What are they doing scheduling things well before Hounds potential games in Tulsa are? Come on.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Who would have thought about scheduling a half marathon on,
I was going to say,
November
you ran.
22nd
So,
when
like,
I didn't think that the Hounds would have any chance about reaching the USL final, and it would be at noon on the November 22nd.
I mean, the training for a half marathon is what, like 2 months?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Can we talk about this half marathon, Justin? That
Yes. We can talk about
5 minutes faster. Is that what you said?
Yeah, I ran one in September. I was 5 minutes faster than that, and then I'd run the Pittsburgh half back in May, and I was 15 minutes faster than that. So
that's amazing.
Amazing.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
The number of people that were watching this live went from 27 down to 15 as soon as we started talking about the marathon. So let's talk about the Hounds, guys. We'll talk about the marathon later.
I'm going to go with that was people pulling it up on their phone and then like getting it up on their computer and then getting off their phone.
Could be.
Or their TV. Yeah.
Could be. Guys, I don't have an agenda for this show. I figured it was going to be pure emotion. We could talk about the game.
I complain.
No.
There's nothing to complain about.
Hold on. Not about the Hounds. About
what?
CBS. Fuck college football. How dare you interrupt our trophy raising for Oregon versus not Oregon?
Yeah.
You don't care.
Yeah.
This was a whole to-do where like Drew was trying to sign into Paramount Plus and ESPN Plus to see if he could find it somewhere else.
So
where did they televise the trophy raising?
I'm just guessing that because the game went into double overtime and penalty shootouts, that they had no more time left. And so literally the game was over. We caught a glimpse of Danny holding the cup, and that was kind of it. I know clearly there were other celebrations. If you go online on Instagram, the Hounds have posted stuff. Players on the bus singing "We Are the Champions." Apparently, there's a rumor that the cup broke as part of the celebration. Cass said that it broke, so we'll get more info on that.
Mike, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Can you tell me about your board?
About the star that's on the board? It looks terrible. This
awful star, but it's a star.
This chalk marker. Listen, I asked my wife if we had any like little arts and crafts stars that I could like put on top of the jersey, but we don't have any, so we'll have to figure that out. I asked the kids as we were coming home from the scout thing. They both said they wanted Hounds jerseys for Christmas, and I said, "Well, do you want the current one that they just won in, or do you want one with a star?" But the star's not going to come out until next spring, so it doesn't matter anyway. So, oh man, Justin, give me some feels, man. What's
oh
going
my
on
goodness, man, Eric Dick,
Eric friggin' Dick.
If there's a game, and I kept saying, it's a final, and so I kept saying to Laura Ellen multiple times throughout the game, I was like, hey, if this guy could just come up big, this would be the game to figure it out, like whatever. But man, Eric Dick figured out a way to come up big multiple times in this game
at times,
and it is, man, what a player.
Yeah. We got a ton of people that are adding comments. We love them all. Thank you all. We will read some of them as they come in. Yeah. Peter asked a 4-pointed star or a 5-point. It has to be a 5-pointed star. Yeah. Pittsburgh sports fans 17 said, as somebody who's followed this club since 2013 and went to a few games, this is probably one of my favorite championships I've seen, right up there with the 2017 Penguins. Definitely something special about it. Justin, you mentioned Eric Dick. Guys, we got some interviews that the team sent us. I have not actually watched these, so let's watch them and let's watch what Eric Dick had to say post-game.
An absolutely spectacular run, the shutouts, the PKs. How do you just take all of this and process and speak on where you're at right now?
First off, glory to God, man. I mean, we wouldn't be out here if it wasn't for him. And he gave us this wonderful day in front of this incredible crowd and this opportunity for us all to battle out here. And just so thankful. And honestly, this group has just fought tooth and nail all year. We knew we had it, like the talent to do it. And down the line, we buckled in. And I mean, these guys, clutch moments, they just make clutch plays. They stepped up, made PKs, battled 120 minutes again. And I'm like, all credit to them, man. They busted their butts. They gave everything. And we're USL champs. So I'm just so thankful right now.
Were you not surprised at how they just came in waves, it seemed like, throughout the course of the game offensively?
I think that was one of the things that we noticed firsthand when we were doing a scout. These guys were relentless. And we knew it was going to be a full 90. I mean, we weathered so many storms. They have so much talent there. And it was just like, just when you think it's over, then they go again. And it's just like, they deserve to be here. They were first for a reason in the West, and hats off to them. They played an amazing game, and Tulsa's here to stay. I know they're going to rebuild and have an amazing year next year. And again, I just credit to all of them and credit to our guys to fight, because it was a battle.
How about being named MVP of the match? I mean, just a magical run for you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm honored, first off, but I mean, the guys did the work. I mean, I was back there and I just did my part, and I think it's the team MVP. Anything that came from this game, it's a team thing, because, I mean, we all won this. We all won this. Our fans that made an 18-hour bus ride to be here and never stopped being quiet the entire game, or never stopped being loud the entire game. And my parents came here. Like, I mean, we had so many people built into this. Tuffy, like, he brought us all together. He's built Pittsburgh Riverhounds into what it is and what it will become. And this is a huge step. And so I just think this was a whole team effort, and I'm honored for that. But I'm giving it right back to the guys, because without them, I mean, we're not celebrating right now.
All right, last one from me. You talked about making one save. You mentioned it a couple weeks prior. Talk about the one save, please.
Yeah, I mean, I again, with PKs, I think the pressure is always on the kicker. And I just try to, stay as long as I can and pick the right way and make a save if I'm lucky enough to choose the right way. And I was lucky that, I chose the right way and he went there. And, if we needed it, I would hope to make another one as well. But our guy, I told them over there, I had full faith in anyone that was stepping up there because we've done it before, and we just have a bunch of clutch players on this roster that wanted to win this game. And at that point, I just knew that if I could save one, we had a good shot.
Friggin' Eric Dick, man. Like, all the love in the world for that guy. He gave a shout out, obviously, to the people that made the trip. Speaking of the people that made the trip, Liz and Josh. Wait, hold on. I thought you guys were going to be on a bus.
Fun story. Time zones are a thing that I forgot about.
So you don't leave for another 40 minutes?
Yeah. Well, we have to start walking in like 10. So you get us for a short period of time.
Guys.
Liz, your voice, where is it?
Gone. She gone.
Her voice is better than mine, I think.
Yeah.
All right. So
by a baseball field in Tulsa?
So I don't know if you guys know this. Essentially, because the game ran long, it literally got to the point where they handed Danny Griffin the cup and then they cut away to show Oregon football. We saw none of the celebration.
Yeah, none of it.
Tell us what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Well, first things first.
Josh, you sound awful.
The first, lifting.
Keep going.
So they were lifting the cup. They were jumping up and down with it, and they broke one of the handles off immediately. So
just the top of it. Just the top of it. It's fine.
So if you look at photos closely from the posts that sell part of the celebration, the cup is barely hanging on, one of the handles. It was just a screw came loose. They can fix it. Not a big deal. But yeah, then after that, it was just the board members of the Steel Army were able to go on the field with the team, with all the press and all the owners and everything like that. So we were out there hugging all the players, having a great time. Pictures were being taken with the cup. Everyone, I don't know if you've already seen the picture of Baby Mertz, Cal Mertz with the cup. And it was great. But yeah, it was just a lot of celebration.
And then
a good hour.
Back in the stands, we would just wait for people to come over. Family members came over, the team came over, media came over, just everyone been you guys sounded great, so enthusiastic. And they it was nice that they took time to come over off of the field when it was so busy.
So we just watched the video. Eric talked about how much it meant to them that you guys were on the bus and you made the trip. Obviously, after Beto scored the final penalty shot, he didn't turn and run back to the team. He ran straight to you guys, and the rest of the team ran straight to you guys. Talk about that connection between the Steel Army and because that was a thing that was a huge point of contention at a certain point this season. Is that going away? How is that going to work? Just how much does that mean to you guys?
Guys, we cried. We cried a lot.
As you should.
The team started it. I think so. At the very beginning, before the game even started, we met the bus at the entrance of the stadium, and we're chanting to the team. And then freaking Dick, right away, he sees us. He starts tearing up. Everyone starts tearing up.
We've been crying for hours.
So yeah, it was a very special day, and it was just awesome.
And
I want to just note for you two that I don't know if you all know this, but there were multiple periods of the broadcast where you all in the Steel Army far out volumed Tulsa's fans, and it was amazing. So as someone that didn't get the chance to go, to know that you all were there, but you not only all were there, that you were loud and audible to the rest of us was awesome. So thank you.
I don't know what was going on in Tulsa.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say
I don't know what's going on in Tulsa, but for some reason it was like going to a Penguins game where the only time they chant is when something goes on the Jumbotron. So every single time, they were just really quiet, couldn't hear anything, and then suddenly the Jumbotron would have clap your hands, let's go, and then they would cheer for a little bit, and then it'll be nothing again. So it was just wild. It was all right, we're gonna take advantage of this. We're just gonna scream our hearts out, and I'm glad to hear that you could hear us on the broadcast.
Not only that, we could hear you above the commentary at points.
They were right above us.
There are moments where we hear "We love Dick" louder than the commentary.
I gotta tell you, so we had security right in front of us There's one guy in particular. It was his first time ever doing security for a soccer game, and we busted out the "We Love Dick" chant, and he just was like, "Look at us, like what is going on?" And then the rest of the night, he was cracking up at us, and we were like interacting with him some, and yeah, it was great. So it was a great experience all around.
I've actually seen multiple videos this week of people who have been to Highmark Stadium and just you talk about videos taken out of context, and it's just people chanting "We love Dick," and people are like, "What is going on with people in Pittsburgh?" Like, missing
Pittsburgh loves Dick.
Yeah, Pittsburgh loves Dick. So
they want a large statue of him. From I can tell from the Discord, and I think even Reddit is asking for a very large statue.
I mean, he's a very big boy.
Yeah. So
yeah.
How long were you guys basically on the field celebrating?
Probably about an hour.
Yeah.
I think.
Wow.
Post game. Yeah, we were out there for a good long time.
That's fantastic. So the trip was worth it?
100%.
Say the least. Yeah. And now we haven't done like the 16 hours back yet.
I don't care. This was amazing. Way better than I expected. The drivers were incredible. They were very kind. We stopped like every 3 hours, do a couple of stretches. Listen, I'm old. I did it. Get on a bus next time if it ever happens again.
Yeah. All right. Well, guys,
get on that bus. Get back here.
Yeah.
Get to the airport. I'll see you there.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you guys for checking in. We appreciate it. Have a good trip back. We'll talk to you soon.
Later.
Bye, guys.
See you when you guys get back.
Oh, geez. Craziness.
Amazing.
So the trophy did break within 10 minutes of them having it, which is just, oh my gosh.
They should have borrowed some best car. What is wrong with them?
Can we go back to that interview with Eric? Just like the humbleness of quote, "I just did my part." Your part was freaking huge, Eric. That save, what was it, 7 minutes into extra time where you came out was just insanely good. Saving the PK. But yeah, give it right back to the guys because this was a team effort and I love it. Like just absolutely amazing to see that camaraderie. And I mean, over the past 6 weeks, I've talked about the difference in that. And I think Eric talking about that in that way, just like he says it better than any of us ever could. It's beautiful.
Yeah. We go from Josh and Liz to Kaz has entered the stage. Hey, Kaz. How's it going? Can you hear us, Kaz?
Yeah. Good.
Yeah. Yeah. How's the party?
It's great. We're currently at the center of the universe. We just left Kaz's pub.
Yeah. How was partying with the guys afterwards?
It's wonderful. So we didn't, I mean, aside from when we partied with them on the field, this group didn't go. Say hi to Colin. We didn't be with the guys. But it looked like it was time. I saw videos of them drinking out of the cup.
Yeah, it looked like they were having a good time. They were back on the bus singing "We Are the Champions." I'm sure the party is going to continue for a long while.
Yes.
Were you able to talk to any of the guys on the field? I'm sure it was just pure emotion.
Yeah, no, not really. It was just lots of hugs and tears, and there's the great picture of baby Mert in the cup. So like all the families and everything were there. I want to say it was during halftime. Aiden O'Toole's dad came up to us and was just like, "Thank you guys so much. This is amazing." So yeah, I mean, just all around, it was just incredible vibes.
Kaz, we were just talking about Eric Dick. We watched an interview with him after the fact. He was praising the rest of the team. Yeah. He got MVP for this game. Who would you say is your MVP for this one?
Of course. I mean, you know, in a 0-0 penalty shootout win, I feel like it has to be the goalkeeper. I mean, he had some phenomenal saves. We didn't see down on the field goals, but aside from him, it was kind of just chaos, and it seemed like he was the best option.
Yeah. Kaz, it sounds like Sorry, just hearing random conversations. That's what we totally expected.
I'm being hailed.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Kaz, have a good trip back. We will talk to you soon. Thank you for checking in. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you. Yes,
Bye,
we'll
Kaz.
talk to you. Yep.
All right, guys. I gotta figure out how to get. Oh, there we go. Okay, now we're all back on the camera. All these people jumping in. Okay. Anyway, sorry. We were talking about Dick. We were talking about Dick being super humble. I mean, Justin, you talked about Dick had to have a big game. This felt like a game, and obviously there were games earlier this season where he kind of struggled a little bit, and we started to say, well, is it time for Randolph to come in? Is it? He battled his way back in. Is this his best game this season? Like, do we feel this is his best game this season, Justin?
I don't know, actually. I think you several times, I think, Watson Kerr on the broadcast mentioned like he's fighting through some nervousness and some weird plays and some things. I think right before halftime there was a save that he kind of made but almost didn't, and they were like, you gotta jump in there and grab that ball, and all that kind of stuff. But I think the part of a final is like you've got to fight through all of that, and you got to figure out how to keep playing no matter how many mistakes you make. And even if you don't make that many mistakes, you got to figure out how to, and so I think in that way, absolutely, he fought his way through all the mistakes, all the weird plays, all the times he didn't quite get there, but got enough on it, all of that kind of stuff. And then made, 3 or 4 big saves when we needed him. And I think that's the sign of somebody who's in the game, who's fighting hard, who, is playing well. So it was great.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but in the 3 penalty shootouts that we've had out of 4 playoff games, he made at least 1 save in each of them, right?
Against Detroit, 2 of them both hit the woodwork.
I count those as saves. That's fair. Yeah.
I mean, he may have gotten his hands to one of them.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's a case where if you can rely on your keeper to make 1 save, like that's huge. That's huge. Yeah. And so
it was the difference in this, right? Like I really appreciate what Justin said. I think for me with Eric in this game there were times early in this game where he was a little nervous. There were times where he could have made a better play, but he was bold and he wasn't afraid of anything. I forget the actual stat, but I want to say it was something like 13 grabs from the air on crosses that he got. But more importantly for me than that is once we hit extra time, we were talking about this at Drew's house, right? Like you could see he was in the zone. And before the penalties even started, like he did not look nervous, right? Like, and he's talked about that in some of the previous ones where it's like, the pressure's not on me. I just have to do one thing right. And I'm the hero. Everybody else, it's on them. But you could see he was locked in and he was ready to go. And it was absolutely amazing to watch. And that's, I think, why we got this.
I'm laughing because Peter has entered the conversation and he's just waiting to crack open his drink that he desperately wants to. Go ahead, Peter. Just do it.
Go Hounds.
Okay, there you go.
That was good.
That was a good one. Well done, sir. You said after the win you were working, right? And you were like running around the shop?
I went back and forth by coffee shop twice. And my coworkers were just like, what is going on? And then I said, woo, go Hounds. They're like, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And so I'd like to give a shout out to my coworker and friend Andreas. He's also a Hounds fan. And throughout the whole entire shift, he'd be like, oh, wow, 1-0. And I'd be like, shut up. Yeah. But a quick statement real quick. This team has made me fall in love with the game of soccer. You guys have made me love the Riverhounds, and you guys have given the commentary and content for Hounds to follow. And I'm glad to be a part of this. I'm glad I was there in 2023 when we got our hearts broken in the first round, and I'm glad that we have our dreams fulfilled in this one. So go Hounds.
Peter, don't try to dick us and make us cry. I did that enough today.
I couldn't cry because I was at work. But
You can absolutely cry at work. I have cried
Coffee
at
is
work.
better with the salt of Hounds victory tears in your beverage.
Amen.
What tears taste better than victory tears?
But the thing is, like, it's also light up nights, so it's like, how are you doing? It's like I can't really like balance the two, you know.
Wait, are you home now, or did you like find a little spot in your work that you're?
Oh no, I'm home now. Yeah.
Okay.
I live like around the corner from my work. It's great.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that you weren't like tucked away in a corner.
No. As you can tell by this little scarf here, I'm good.
Gotcha. Hoy, man, guys. Yeah, I don't even know where to go from here. I know we have a couple of other interviews. Let's see what Danny Griffin had to say post match, and we'll talk.
It's a feeling like no other. Obviously, you see the Steel Army. They made the 18-hour trip, and they wanted it so badly, and we wanted it so badly, and obviously for it to come to fruition, and have everyone here, the way we did it, the way we fought and battled. This team believed every second of the way, and yeah, just proud and so happy for the city.
Yeah, talk about the leadership of Eric Dick from the back. I talked to Robbie early in the week. You guys are so strong defensively, but it starts from the front. But what's the confidence the guy between the posts gives you guys?
I mean, you see the saves he made today as well, and he keeps us in games, and he's communicative, he's a battle, he's a warrior. He's come up big for us all year, and yeah, he's just certainly the guy that we trust between the pipes, and we knew it's hard to get the ball past him, especially with our defense, but then you have Eric and goal, there's another force.
Yeah. And, Pittsburgh has been so perennial in terms of being a contender, but kind of seems to, stumble in the playoffs. What does it mean to just kind of get over that hump, and how do you build on that next year?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I want to have this feeling again. Like, for the guys, you see it, the guys are so happy, and, yeah, just extremely blessed, extremely grateful, and, yeah, just proud of the group. And, yeah, now being at the top right now, we want to be back again, so just keep fighting for it, and, yeah, we'll have a good offseason for sure.
And just talk about your coach, Rob, coming in, just like the leadership he's provided for you guys for the last 6 to 8 weeks or so.
Yeah, Rob's great. He played for the Riverhounds. He knows the culture. He knows the way we want to play. And yeah, he came in and did a good job. And he knows how to motivate the group and keep us going. And yeah, just keep us together. And not much of our identity changed. And obviously the team's been through a lot. And yeah, we just stuck together all year and did everything we can to win this for the city.
You want to come in and end this at 90 if you can, but getting to PKs is. You're comfortable at this point, I'm thinking, right?
Yeah,
as a team?
It's the third time, so I just kept believing the group, believing in the guys that are taking the penalty kicks, and Eric's huge in that goal. For someone to go over and shoot a goal, they see a big guy like that in goal, it's already in the back of their head. So yeah, just believe in the group, and yeah, just extremely proud.
How does this help soccer in Pittsburgh?
Tremendously. Obviously, we go back home and see all the kids, the fans, the academy, and yeah, just keep helping grow the game. Yeah.
Danny, Pittsburgh is the city of champions, and now we finally added the Riverhounds to the list. What does that make you feel?
Amazing. Obviously, yeah. When I first came to Pittsburgh, that's what I knew is Pittsburgh's the city of champions with all the titles they have in every sport. So for us to be able to add one, I'm extremely proud and blessed and grateful for the city.
Was there a point during the match where you just felt, especially with the history of both you and Tulsa, not allowing a goal for so long, did you just have that feeling this is just going to go to PKs?
Yeah, I think once we got after the first overtime, obviously we're still pushing. We wanted to get a goal. We wanted to find a way. Credit to them. They're a gritty team. They battled. It was war all night. But yeah, it definitely felt like once it got towards I know we heard the ref say like 10 minutes left in the second overtime, and it kind of just felt like, yeah, obviously we want to push for a goal, but you can't get out of sorts and give one up on the other end. So yeah.
Friggin' Danny Griffin, man.
Can we just translate what Danny said?
Go for it.
Big dick.
Yeah, it's
People are intimidated by a big dick. That is the full sentence that Kenny provided
off the rails.
I knew this episode would be. Look, I think for
That's
me,
what you get for not giving us an agenda, Mike.
I know, right? I think for me,
it's
this
topical.
It's. I think for me, this all still feels very surreal. I think that there's a large portion of it that still hasn't sunk in yet. That we literally have won this thing. We had talked about how with all of the team's ambitions, with building onto the stadium to basically triple the capacity, and that the ambitions of the team to go to USL Premier, the Division I thing, that you really needed to do something special to kind of capture the hopes and dreams of people in the city, and how at a point in this season it felt like the direction was pointed completely the opposite from where it needed to be to really capitalize on that. And then it just kind of felt like out of nowhere, this team turns it around, starts picking up a few wins. All of a sudden, we find ourselves in a home playoff spot. And the next thing you know, Steve, you had asked the question, over under a goal and a half that we would score in regulation in the playoffs. I took the under and was right. We scored
and we won it all, Mike.
We scored 1 goal over like 4 games and still won the friggin' championship. This is insane. Jetman022 said, I think this one will be huge for the club going forward, especially with D1 status and updated stadium in a couple years. Hopefully it brings a bunch more fans and media attention. Agreed. I mean, the Hounds had shared a bunch of videos on social media from Steelers and Penguins and local politicians, and like the word's getting out. We do love champions here.
Yeah, we've gained like over 2,000 followers in like the past week on Instagram. So that's something to note, I think.
Yeah.
I want to go back to Mike, because I think you really understated it. That 3 months ago, we were asking the questions of, do we make the playoffs? Go and have that game in Hartford where they walk off the field. Go to the worst team in the league and lose 3-1. And then before our next game, administrative leave for Bob Lilly. And that's where things changed. There is something different for these guys in the way that they really love Rob Vincent and came together in that moment. And like, I'm not going to speculate one way or the other, right? Like, I have my thoughts. None of it matters. The reality is that for the past 7 games, they have been playing for each other and for Rob Vincent. And it has been evident. And I look back to some of the things throughout this season where we have called for change at the highest levels. And we have had some times where we've said some things on this podcast and gotten some pushback from some people that talk about soccer in the USL at the highest level. And I guess my question is, Devin Kerr, where's Bob now? Because this is Rob Vincent's team, and Rob Vincent won this championship. So come at me, Devin Kerr.
So Devin Kerr was doing the announcement. For those who don't know, he made a comment earlier.
You wanted to say it, Justin, but I did.
I mean, you beat all of us to it. I don't think there's a person in here who didn't want to call out.
I was like, do we dig into Kerr, or do we just celebrate? You said it.
I'm celebrating because Rob Vincent is undefeated and has won a championship.
So the background for those who don't know, Devin Kerr made a comment about back when there was calls for Lilly to be replaced as head coach. Devin Kerr came out and said, if you don't support Lilly, then you don't support this club. Well, Devin Kerr, without Bob Lilly, this club just won a championship. So, yeah.
I think his actual quote, Mike, to make sure we get his quote correct, because I know he's particular about that, was if you don't support Bob Lilly, you should find another team to support, which I did find another team to support, and it's a Bob Lilly-less Pittsburgh Riverhounds.
Are we just all taking shots at this now?
Oh, yeah, dude, it's open season. If you can't back up your BS, if you're a talking head and you can't back up your BS with facts, yeah, it's open season. I think you're getting clowned on from all angles now. I hope you enjoyed your 5 minutes, or at least from 5,
because that's
learn about soccer before you talk about it again.
Steve, to kind of back up what you were saying, I think there was a moment before today's game, and this was probably my second favorite moment after the fact that we won the game. There was a moment before the game where the broadcast showed the Riverhounds locker room right before the game, and Vincent said something in those comments that made me think, even at that moment, that the Riverhounds were going to win the game. And what he said was, if you make a mistake, don't worry about it. Just get back in the game. Something to that effect. And I think for me, that is the key difference of what this team, how this team is playing right now versus how this team played 3.5 months ago. And I think when you watch the game today, you saw a lot of guys who didn't worry about making a mistake. They just went all in to try to get the ball and try to make sure that the ball did not reach Eric, and Eric made a lot of plays where he was like, I just can't have that ball get into the back of the net.
Yep.
You know, and there's just so many plays where it's like, I don't care if I make a mistake, but I'm going to dive after it. I'm going to slide in. I'm going to try to make the smart play. And you saw how annoyed Tulsa was getting, because Tulsa just started throwing our guys around in the second half of the game. Somehow the ref didn't see any of it.
Yeah.
But Tulsa was getting so annoyed by the end of the game because they just couldn't do what they wanted to do and what they've been doing to teams in the West all season long. And so I really want to shout Rob too, because I think, he's made a key switch in these guys' mentality that it's like, no, just go play the game. Go play it. You guys know how to play the game. Just go play it.
Yeah. Go ahead, Drew.
I was going to say, I want to take that a step further. This was a team who we had no expectations of winning the Eastern Conference Championship. And when they came out on the field for the Eastern Conference Championship, they played like a team having fun. They played as if they had no monkey on their back. They played free and happy. And the difference tonight was there was one team out there who played with happiness, and there was one team who played out there with the monkey of expectations on their back. And the team that won is the team that played happy and free. Mm-hmm. And like, this is like the best soccer I've seen in Pittsburgh since the Riveters, since we were talking about the Riveters.
Yeah. I mean, I've had a conversation with Rob after every single one of these playoff games at home. I had a conversation with him on Thursday. And at every single one of those moments, it has been a conversation where he is having fun. And when he said to me on Thursday, we're going to bring this home for you, I'm like, my reaction is, I hope you do, because it's a monumental task, because Tulsa is a freaking good team that is going to score against really good teams. And I don't care who's playing against Tulsa. They can win and find a way to break down a team. And you saw that in this game, that they were an excellent team, right? I want to make that really clear, that the only thing that made this game not fun for me to watch is that I am a Riverhounds fan. Because if I am a neutral, this was one of the best finals I think you could find. Both teams were excellent. I want to give Tulsa credit. They had 39 crosses into the box, right? Like, that's insane. It's a season high for them. They played out of their minds, and they still couldn't get the result. That's how good this game was. But like, to see the guys find a way to shut that down at every turn, and to see them have fun and not be afraid, as Justin pointed out, to make those mistakes, to go to the airport tomorrow, like, yeah, Rob, you brought it home, right? Like that's all I can say to him. You did it.
Let's hear what Rob had to say post game.
Was this on the bingo card 6 weeks ago?
I don't think so. No. Yeah, a lot's happened obviously in the past 6 weeks, so yeah, still a little bit in disbelief right now, but also I do know I'm just really, really happy and excited for everybody associated with this organization.
Were they as aggressive as you thought they would be through the course of the match?
Yeah, I mean, I think the game played out pretty much as we expected. They pressed us, they made things difficult. I think the one thing we probably went maybe ready for was obviously the surface, a little bit sticky, and yeah, but I think we adjusted well. We had to defend for large parts tonight. They probably edged us out over the course of the game. Thought our first half was good. I thought as the game grew, they probably looked the most like scoring, but we dug in. We defended well. It's what we've done all kind of postseason. We've kind of made it really hard to score against us. And then when you take it to PKs, I guess it's just, we can kind of hold their nerve. So I'm glad we did it.
Augie didn't make PKs. Strategic, tired legs, anything?
Yeah, we just felt like we needed a little bit more of an outlet. He was starting to tire a little bit too. And yeah, just getting Battalion for 15 minutes to freshen him up, to freshen things up and give us that outlet. We just felt we kind of needed that. So
defensively, so good through the playoffs. How about Eric Dick again? Couple key saves.
Yeah, I mean, big saves again tonight. We've needed him all the way through. Again, just coming and being big on crosses. Yeah, he was massive tonight. Everybody was. Everybody dug in. Everybody put the shift in. But yeah, Eric was fantastic. I think, again, I think they put us under a little bit more pressure as the game wore on, which definitely an extra time. And yeah, he came up big. Yeah, he's the MVP.
If you go into PKs, was Beto the plan for the fifth and final?
Yeah, that was the 5. Obviously, with Augie not on the field, Chase stepped in. Chase is good at penalties, strikes the ball well, so just kind of a straight swap there.
And for you, sir.
Just adding on that, just in terms of what is about your team that, the PKs, going to PKs is where you guys thrive.
I don't know. Again, it's not the plan, right? But there's just a real togetherness about them. I think, in those penalty shootouts, we've always just said, just stay calm, go through your process. We're all in this together, right? And if somebody misses, we got your back. Just do your thing. And fortunately, we've had a lot of kind of cool heads. And again, Eric's come up big tonight, so glad we could make it through.
Good.
Friggin' love that, man. Jetman0222 said, I think Vincent being a very recent ex-player is a huge factor in the way a team listens to him and how he communicates with the team. I message to you guys once we got to extra time. There was part of me that felt like him being an ex-player might actually be hurting us just a little bit, because I knew there were guys on our front line that were completely gassed, but there was no way he was bringing Robbie Mertz off the field. There was some of these guys, he knew how important it was for them to be on the field, regardless of the state that they're in, that it worked out. But there's also where I was like, he didn't have a ton of attacking options. He mentioned Boone came on. Boone took that PK. And, there was a moment where I went, oh, crap, he just missed. And he hit it to the only spot he could hit it and not miss it. And it went in. But Justin, just go ahead, Steve.
I want to recognize, right? Like, we're talking about a shootout, right? Like, this is a unprecedented thing for a team to win the championship and win 3 shootouts.
Yeah, that's
amazing. Like not only did we get the championship, but they did it in style, in a way that no one has ever done it before. So I'm a stats nerd in that sense. I love it.
Yeah. Justin, we've talked about this for the past few weeks. You haven't been on. Is Rob Vincent the coach next year?
I don't know how you make a different decision than that. I think the league would. The fun part about is the Hounds are going to be the talk of the offseason now around the league, because no matter what decision you make, everyone's going to think you made the wrong one. And so I think it is going to be fun to see. Fun if you're not a Hounds fan. It's going to be fun if you're not a Hounds fan to see what happens here. But I don't know how you make a different decision. What I do think about. I had to check after the game today. I was like, if Rob Vincent is not already in the Hall of Fame for the Hounds, this is like immediate entry. It should be first game next season. We're putting that guy in the Hall of Fame for the Hounds.
Jeff, listen up.
There's this, they gave out, you can see it right over my shoulder here, this Mount Rushmore. And I think Vincent's head should be right there.
Yeah. Instead of
Bob.
Yeah.
Okay. This is a Drew thing where he wants to literally cut Bob off of that statue. We had this conversation.
I'm gonna just print out Vincent's face, and it's gonna be stuck. It's just gonna be taped right over top. Because here's the bottom line: you want to talk about important things? Sure, Bob Lilly brought the team from the dumpster. But it wasn't really Bob. It was Tuffy that got the team out of the dumpster. At the end of the day, who brought silverware to Pittsburgh?
It wasn't Bob.
All right. We're gonna table the
Bob
conversation. I don't want Bob Lilly. Vincent was down, but
and I stand by it.
Listen, one question I do have though: where does Eric Dick belong when it comes to that Rushmore list? He has to be. He's obviously top 4 in my opinion when it comes to players, but.
We had a 5th face for him.
Does he not? Okay. He's going to be the
but hold on. I will ask, because Steve, Justin, I know you guys have been around a minute. Where does Eric Dick fall in just the pantheon of Hounds keepers? Because there's a lot of good keepers that have been on that list, but because he helped us win a championship, does he catapult to the top?
Danny Vitiello is a USL great. Right, you see what he has done.
He literally played every game for Sacramento this year.
Right,
Just
he is probably the best keeper overall that the Hounds have had. Eric Dick is obviously the most awarded, right? Wins a USL Championship MVP, wins a Golden Glove. Is he technically the best as a Hound? I still think that honor still goes to Kyle Morton, but you can't ignore the results of what the team gets with Eric Dick, right? Like, and so does it matter? Like, Eric was there when it mattered most, and he did what he needed to do when it mattered most. And so do I think those other guys may be better Hounds keepers, better keepers overall in the USL? Sure, but Eric gets it for me.
Justin, do you agree?
The answer was to be, you just made a whole list of Hounds keepers and you didn't put Zach Steffen on that list.
But
I think.
But was he the best as a Hound? No.
I think there is an element of like, there is legend status, and legends can be made in a moment, regardless of what the rest of their career look like. And here's the thing that I think I'm thinking about more than anything now is like, when it comes to like next year and beyond, is like, how does this impact whether players stay in Pittsburgh? And I think the way that Eric Dick can cement a legend is like, you play 4, 5, 6 years in a Hounds kit, all of a sudden then you are the Hounds legend keeper, all that kind of stuff. So I think it's like, part of the reason we love Danny, we love Robbie so much is, they've been around for years and years and years. And it's like, all right, you got to, we haven't had those players who've stuck around for 4, 5, 6 years now, for a couple of years. And so I think it's like, if Dick's back between the sticks next year and is on another 2-year and 1 contract, then I'm going to be real happy about that.
Yeah. You mentioned a couple of players. I'm just going to throw this up here as a segue. The question was put out there, when are you guys getting that tattoo? We are going to get the tattoo. That we're already laying out the groundwork. A bunch of us are going to get the Hounds logo. Steve, are you going to get a Luke Biasi tattoo from your man crush and just what he put out there today?
I'm not going to get a Luke Biasi tattoo. If I like the tattoo that I get, I think will be like just the shield part of the logo, with the paw and replacing the soccer ball with a star. And I will be clear, Luke played fantastically today, but he's not even in my top 5 performances for the game.
Well, let's do it, because we're already at 47 minutes. We're going to end this at an hour because we could just keep going and wax poetically all night about everybody that contributed to this game. But let's just do a quick, there's 5 of us here. Let's just pick 5 guys that we really stood out. Let's have no repeats. So whoever goes last, I'm sorry, but there was a lot of contributions.
I'll go last.
I was going to call on you to go first. Peter, you go first. Give us, you can't say Dick. We've already talked a ton about Dick. Pick somebody else.
All right. Well, you take the MVP out. Cool. It doesn't help that I was at work. So like,
this is true. This is true.
I gotta go with Suber. I mean, he's in the running for Defensive Player of the Year for a reason. Yeah, you gotta go Superman. Yeah,
and he was superb tonight.
Yeah,
superb Suber.
Amazing.
Super Suber even.
Drew, who you got?
Okay. Do I go with the easy one or the harder one?
Yes, go with the easy one.
Okay, fine. I'll take Perrin Barnes.
Yeah.
Because Perrin Barnes has made a headache he was so brilliant. He's made a headache for whomsoever will be the next Riverhounds head coach in choosing who our LBRB are going to be.
Barnes was the surprising player for me, that like every time the camera was on him, he was doing something fantastic, breaking things up, driving into the box, making a pass. Like, he was amazing tonight.
Yeah.
It's so much fun watching like him and Junior on the wings is just so much fun because opposing teams just don't know where to turn.
Well, I mean, he contributed a ton offensively, but I don't know about you guys, and maybe I was just overconfident, but at no point did I feel like, even when Tulsa was breaking, that their chances of scoring were going to be overly legitimate, because I just had so much confidence in that back line. And so many times Barnes was tracking back, breaking up plays, slowing things down. Just as a unit, the defense was just insane. So I think Barnes is a good shout. Justin, who you got?
Oh, this is so hard.
Yeah.
I got to give it to Robbie Mertz. I mean, the guy hasn't played 90 in a long time and went 120 today and then stuck a PK in the back of the net with no questions of whether that was going to hit the back of the net.
Loved it.
So good. So good. But really, I mean, if I had my druthers of how to say it, I would just say the midfield. Because it was, Robbie, Danny were both spectacular all night long, and then the swap that of Sample and Walty, which who knew Walty was born in Switzerland?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Thanks for that. Thanks for that piece of news, Devin Kerr.
Kerr is useful.
Every once in a while, he gets a fact almost right.
But it was cool to, they own the game a ton too, broke up a ton of stuff that, could have been dangerous, but wasn't because of what they did. But Robbie was great.
I also want to call out, like, I had a conversation with Robbie after the game 2 weeks ago against Detroit, and we got the result. Right. But he was beating himself up for the goal that could have put them ahead in the game that got an excellent save and then getting the PK saved. And he was so frustrated with himself to see him step up and make that shot with absolutely no doubt. Like, that was the moment for me. That was Robbie saying, it doesn't matter. Like, I can move past this and I can do what I need to do. And I'm doing it. And I loved it.
Yeah.
Steve, I just want to, sorry, I was going to say, Mike, before you pick one or call on Steve to make his pick.
No, Mike,
how are we picking 5 out of 11 players of a team that just won a title and had literally the game of, sorry, not even 11 because we had substitutes, but like, how are we even able to pick? Because they all
played.
Go.
Just name any one of them. You're good.
As Mike would say, let's go.
No, but that's my point. Is like, we can't.
Yeah. I was going to have Steve pick because I literally,
no, Mike, you got to go first. I'm
4
last.
or 5 other guys that I could pick. And
I'm the whole team.
I'm going to be upset if you don't pick one of the guys that I want to pick. So
I'll mention them all before I make a final choice.
Let's do that. Listen, I thought I'll play that card. I thought Griffin played with it. He does not stop running. He doesn't stop. Like, he in the 120th minute, he's still relax. I said I was going to name a few. You could choose from one of the guys that I'm going to mention. It's cool. I thought Sample, again, we've had this conversation a few weeks back. I said, I don't think Sample's back with this team next year because I felt like he didn't necessarily have a place when you had Walty, who for weeks was the top of our list in terms of contributions and being the number 1 player in the team. He has, in this system, he's played amazing. He's been pushed further forward. I thought Charles All drew a ton of fouls. A lot of the fouls that should have been cards that weren't cards. He does flop a lot. This is his first year. Way to start your first year winning a championship. That's super. I'll say Biasi just because I don't know what you're going to say, Steve, but dude totally left it all out on the field. Again, being moved from a wing to a center back position. We've talked about it. It's not his favorite thing. He would much rather get forward, but dude took a beating for this team as he always does. And just
bring a nice pack to the airport tomorrow for him.
You should. Yeah. And he'll know exactly why. Like, It's just, I said, he's not going to be able to walk tomorrow. Like, it's just literally took a massive beating. And that was one of those subs where I think regardless of what happened, he probably would have preferred to stay on, but he knew, like, I gotta get off. Like, somebody's got to come in and help carry this load, and it's for the good of things. So,
Mike,
Steve,
who came on when Biasi came off?
Yeah, it was Asumanu, and I don't think I wasn't nervous when that happened.
Made absolutely no mistakes and was brilliant.
Let's talk about another player
without being told everything about his mistakes, as Justin talked about. Like, you make a mistake, you move on.
Yeah,
absolutely brilliant in the past 2 appearances he's had. Love it.
And just like Biasi, Osumanu is another player who's playing out of position as a defender. Osumanu is a midfielder.
He's a
But
defender.
hasn't been as a pro.
He hasn't
I would
been as a
also
pro, but his pro career has been entirely under Bob.
Well, and also
His entire college career, he was a defensive mid.
Let's give Asimanu a shout out because I'm pretty sure he has now won the USL League 2, the USL League 1, and now he has won the USL Championship. So I don't know if there are any other players that have won all 3 trophies.
That would be hard to track down too.
Yeah. That's the guy.
So
he's won it all.
It's my turn, and
It's
I'm
your
just
turn,
talk. Nobody brought up Beto Edracht, who I want to be really clear. The only reason we're not talking about him is that Mike, you picked Luke, who was sublime, and who picked Suber?
Me,
Peter.
Yeah. You picked Suber. One of the best defenders, I think the most important defender Pittsburgh has ever had. Maybe not the best technically, but the most important. And Beto was sublime, but he does not get this vote for me. The best player on the field outside of Eric Dick for me was Bradley Sample. He was everywhere. He did everything he needed to do. So Justin's shout of the midfield as a whole, Griffin was great. Robbie was great. And Sample was the midfielder that did everything. Never once do I remember a moment where Brad did the wrong thing. And just he made this so difficult. That high press from Tulsa, which I want to recognize, is why they were in this game and why they made it hard for the Hounds to find offense. He did everything he could do to break it down. He did it excellently. And you talked about it, Mike, right? Like we were questioning, is he going to be back? If he is not back, I am going to rage at somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Well, guys, we are 56 minutes in. We typically lead the show with a "Hey Sir." Let's throw in "Hey Sir," and we're gonna wrap up with Mondo Moment, and that'll be it for this one.
And now, "Hey Sir," 1 minute reactions with Laura Ellen.
Oh my God! Look!
This has been Hey Sir, 1 minute reactions with Laura Ellen.
Oh my gosh! Amazing. So, guys,
there was no words.
Yeah,
love it.
Listen, and there could have been a lot of words about this ref. We're just going to let that sit to the side for right now. We will revisit that some other day.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, this is what a way to end a season. Literally, there's no more games until next year. We will figure out kind of like what our schedule is here coming up. I know that typically in the offseason, we spend a lot of time talking to the front office and talking to the players, and there's so much going on here. I can't wait just to kind of dig in and touch base with the guys and see how the celebrations are going and how they're feeling and all of that. Peter, did you have sort of a closing thought here?
I had a special request for the first player. Can we do Beto Edracht as the first player? Since if we remember, the first game of the season, the first goal we conceded was how we kind of slipped on the ball against NCFC.
That's true.
He got that. He used his head against New York City FC, and now he ended the whole season. Like, there's a storyline there, and I love it.
There's absolutely a storyline there.
That's a beautiful connection.
Yeah. Listen, full transparency, who we are able to talk to is often dictated by who's around in the offseason and who the team has signed. So if we know that there are players that are definitively coming back, then they're much easier to get on the show. Otherwise, I'm going to just have to wait until it's confirmed. But we have a pretty good relationship with the front office, so we're going to see what we can do. Oh, man. I guess keep the party going for all of those of you who are on the bus right now, which is an hour later than we were anticipating. Please have a safe and good trip home. Thank you, everybody who has watched and sort of cheered and cried and yelled and been upset and then got happy again with us all season long. We made it this far. We literally are the best team in all the land for at least 6 months and really the next year until another one is crowned, in which case it could be us again. So that is a feeling that in Pittsburgh we have never had as soccer fans. It's been 26 years of the Hounds without a championship. And so to bring this home is really special. Steve, as you said, the guys will come home tomorrow, and there is a contingent that will be out at the airport to greet them.
1 p.m.
I've had people ask me, will there be a parade? There damn well better be a parade. I don't have high hopes, but they would be amazing if there was a parade.
I mean,
Jeff,
listen,
get
if we
on
have
it.
a parade, I want $150 million from the city. I'm just saying. If we have to choose, I pick the 150 for the stadium, but I would like both.
Yeah. Guys, any other kind of closing thoughts before we get out of here?
Mondo moment.
I'm going to drop the Mondo. That's how we're going to end. We're going to end with the Mondo.
It's the last thing. We say our goodbyes.
Yeah.
My bad.
To your point, Mike, the opening of every broadcast next year when they have to talk about the Hounds as the defending champs coming back to do whatever we do next year is going to feel real sweet for 34 games next year.
Really friggin' good.
Oh,
this is what I'm saying. So much of this is not sunk in yet. Like the repercussions of this are just going to ripple through the next year in ways that I don't think we've all considered. So,
one other really nerdy thing. This is the first time, I think, in all I've been able to find, that a team has won the championship not only while conceding goals, but advancing to the championship cup. And the other team has also not conceded any goals. So you had two teams 0-0 along the way, and the Hounds were the better shutout team, and it's beautiful.
Yeah. All right, let's do the Mondo moment real quick because it's going to require some explanation for those who aren't watching live, and then we'll get our sign-offs and we're going to get out of here. So, Mondo, you took your shoulder plate, which you now have in the shot, where you had the number of wins, and you added a single star at the end of the line.
Yeah, on a season where we had the same number of wins as last year, and until 6 weeks ago, 7 weeks ago, it looked just as bleak. And you can see we have this little our supporter shield. Nothing obviously for last year, and then now we have this championship star.
Yeah. So hopefully it's a trend
spoiled
that
he
continues.
is.
Yeah. Hopefully this trend continues. For those of you who see Mondo at the stadium next year, you will know what the star means. We got it done, guys. So
we did nothing. The boys did.
I know.
It done.
This is true. This is very, very true. But for all of us, again, truly appreciate all of the support, all of the comments. You can email us, mongols3@gmail.com, all off season. The tattoo thing is happening. If you are interested in getting a Hounds tattoo with us, email us at mongols3@gmail.com. This is going to be a party. It's going to be a thing. So like, if you're legit,
tattoo parlor in Pittsburgh is going to be overwhelmed.
Just you wait.
Why are there so many Riverhounds tattoos all of a sudden?
It's just going to happen. So email us mongols3@gmail.com. Otherwise, we will be back with more Hounds and Riveters content for you. They've started announcing players, guys. This is happening. We don't get a break. We will be back very, very soon.
This is the way.
See ya.